Howdy, howdy. Welcome back to Junktojems. Well, it is hot, y'all. I'm telling you right now, it is smoking hot. Let me show you this real quick here. All right. That gives you an idea of what it's like right now. I am cooking. I'm sitting here in front of a couple of fans. I still have 2 AC units running, and it is still 93 degrees inside this barn. So yes, that's why I didn't go live tonight. I just wiped all the sweat off my face before doing this video. So if I start sweating again, you'll know why, because it's 93 inside this barn right now, and it's that hot. So I'm having an issue with the heat today. But as you'll see tomorrow, I did go and take a little break today. I got out, and a friend of mine, TRACY, came down, and she was awesome. She's the one that's giving us a bunch of the chickens. So she came out today and took me for a little stress break, so to speak. You know what I mean? And you'll see all that adventure tomorrow, which was very cool, y'all. I really enjoyed it. And thank you, TRACY. I appreciate that. So anyway, Jeff and Big Joe came and got a skid steer today because I just had a lot going on and I just couldn't get to it. That was just too much for me to try and do by myself, y'all. I just told him, look, I fixed the fan, I fixed the switch, I fixed half of the problem, but like I said, it was just with everything else I've got going on, it was just getting too much for me. So, I'm not afraid to admit that I bit off a little more than I could chew on that one. I thought sure I could do it, but the way that thing is routed through that machine, there was just no way I was going to be able to handle that one person. That's why they have shops, that can, and younger guys that can get in there and make that lift of that cab and that down pulling that cab down and all that kind of good stuff. And that's just not that was just beyond my scope at this point. It just got to be a little too much for me. So, not afraid to admit defeat at this point. If that's what, that's what I'm trying to say to y'all. So anyway, I'm sitting here with these beautiful puppies, and I call them puppies, These are my babies, y'all. So here, all 3 of them in here sweating, because it is literally 100, almost 105 now. It's 104.6 now, and it's just about to hit 105, because now it just hit 104.7, 104.9. So it's about to hit 105 degrees. And it is 93 inside the barn. So if that tells you anything, I'm sitting here just sweating. And it's almost getting to be too much. So anyway, like I said, I had a really good day today. So that's the reason I'm not going live, because it is just too hot to do that right now. Pretty much had enough of the heat today. My little adventure took me out, and I was able to get some chill time. Sometimes you just need that brain chill time. So if you're running around in that same situation, and you're feeling like you're getting stressed or getting a little too much on your plate, go take that chill time, y'all. Sometimes if you just open up your brain and open up your mind, and I use those terms loosely, okay? They were not meant to be literal. Opening up your brain and opening up your mind. Those 2 terms, to me, it means taking your mind and opening it up to new possibilities and kind of slowing it down. And then opening up your brain means pretty much letting all those things, all those emotions, and all those good feelings come in. Too many people have a tendency to go through the world, and when they feel stressed and what have you like that, to try to block that out. Let them flow through and let the positive come in. It'll happen. You can happen, and you can make it happen. My old psych professor used to tell me all the time, and a young guy at that, okay, a psychology teacher, and or psychology professor, as he was a young guy, but he would like to. I'm a psychology professor. So anyway, he would tell me all the time. You know, there's your brain. You have control of your brain, so you have all full control of your emotions. You have full control of everything if you make it happen. If you allow it to happen. And too many people go through the world and don't allow it to happen. They would rather wallow in that misery, and you know you can't do that. I did it. I'm living proof. Sometimes that misery is kind of rough to deal with, you know. But don't wallow in it. Don't go taking a bath in that stuff. You know, throw that crap out there, man. Let it go down the drain. Get it out of your head. You know, pinch yourself 10 times if you got to, and say positive, 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 and it can happen. And like I said, sometimes you just got to take that little trip, and you know, even if it's go seeing a friend and just hanging out and having a couple of drinks and a sweet iced tea, sweet tea, or you know, a cold tea, or whatever your preference is for drinking, and go chill. Just take a relax, get that stuff off your brain. So anyway, that's what I did today. I had to kind of do that, and just kind of take my break. And like I said, with the heat inside, even inside the barn, it's still cooking hot. So it's real hard for me to kind of focus and get that brain kicking back again like it should. So anyway, tomorrow I will be getting on some projects. I'm going to get up early in the morning and get on some projects. I know Sean and Rachel, they are still working on getting their stuff set up down there. I think they went to get some more things to make that transition help them out a lot tomorrow. And I've got my buddy Scott. So if you haven't met Scott or don't know who Scott is, you'll see him in the chat sometimes as Scott Rocker, New Jersey. You know, he's a Jersey guy, so you don't bust his chops over here, all right? So I'll be having him. I'll be videoing with him tomorrow, and he's my special guest for tomorrow. So we'll be him and I will be doing some projects around here. He volunteered to come down and give me a hand with some projects that I've got to get done around here tomorrow. And I can't give you a sneak peek on those browsers yet, but you know, like I said, we're going to get some stuff done out there by the shop tomorrow, and that's where the main focus is getting that part done. And then I'm hoping my friend Mike, whom I haven't met yet, but he's a retired fireman. So Mike, if you're watching, thank you for offering to come down. I hope you got your play toy running good, and that'll work out good. I'm hoping to meet you soon. He's supposed to come down and give me a hand with the truck. You know, see if we can't get the beast going. And I do have an endoscope now, so I'm going to try and maybe get up underneath there in the next couple of days and see if I can't find out what's making that noise inside that bell housing. And I even had one of you sent me this awesome video how to get a 6.0 to run on an engine stand. Now, I don't have a flashed computer to bypass the security system on that, so I probably won't be able to do that. That would probably cost me more than what I have right at the moment. You know, I'll just be a po YouTuber, man. That's it. I'm a po YouTuber. So anyway, as much as I would love to see an engine 6.0 run on an engine stand, I probably won't be able to do that. But I'm thinking if I can at least get the beast running, get the knocking out of there, the knock sensors will pick up and it will start running again smooth and last me a few months until I can start tearing this other engine down. So that's kind of my goal there. But some good news is I am getting real close to 11,000 subscribers, y'all. So I want to thank every one of you new subscribers for that, for joining me on this ride and subscribing to the channel. And I think that is just, you know, as my friend used to say, that's bloody awesome, eh? So anyway, yes, I am sitting here cooking hot, y'all. I'm about to get me an ice cold water and just take me a chill pill. I'm hoping it'll cool down out there a little bit. I did get out there and watch Tow Truck a little while ago because I am going to be, now that Scott's going to come down and help me with that one project and working on the shop a little bit, I am going to set me up a space over there so that I can start working, tinkering with tow truck a little bit. Because that project I was telling you about for tow truck, I want to be able to work on that. And unfortunately, you know, that's the only time I can really do that is in the evening times when it's not so bloody hot out there. Because yeah, it just hit 105, and okay, well, must have had a little shade come over there because now it's at 104. But still, it was 105, and then went back down to 104.7. Still 105 degrees. That's crazy. And then the humidity is 46%. So you can just imagine what that feels like temperature is. Now I haven't looked it up on my phone to see what they say it is. It's not showing on my little weather station exactly what it is. All right, now it's just showing. Now it's showing 103 even 103.1. But like I said, I haven't looked at my weather station. My weather station doesn't really tell me what the feels like temperature is. I have to go on my Weather Underground app and do that. So, but I have reached out. I had a few more companies reach out to me about some more products, and I'm really liking these products, and I think that y'all could benefit for some of these products, especially some of you that are. I'm just going to leave it at that. How about that? Because there's so many of you out there that have different interests in different products. So I do, like I said, I do have some more collabs coming up, and I hope you'll like these products. I always like to do some research on the products before I do any kind of collab on them. I don't like to just get a free tool or whatever and say, yes, try this tool. It may be junk, and then I would hate it if you brought that junk product. I just don't want to do that. So whenever they reach out to me, I try to go and do my research on them and see what they're all about and see if it's really something that maybe y'all would like, or something that I could really use, or y'all could really use. So that's what I like to do. So if you see me doing a collab on something, I've done my homework, right? So I'm just letting you know. So anyway, other than that, it's just bloody hot, y'all. In fact, I'm thinking about walking outside just to see if it's a little bit cooler out there, with a little bit of a breeze, because I see the trees moving a little bit. So I'm wondering if I can't get a little more breeze in these fans, because even though both of these AC units are running, y'all, I got one. Where's it at? See if I can show it right there. Right there. I got one running right there. And I've got one running on the wall that we insulated real good. And it's still 90, almost 93 in here. So it's bloody hot. Now I do have a lot of this barn sealed off, and but it's still, until I can get it finished, it's probably not going to be enough. So, man. It's hard to deal with, y'all. I say really hard to deal with. So anyway, I had met a new friend the other day, and I'm hoping this new friend decides to start a channel. Now, I did talk to her about it, and she's like very interested in starting a channel, and she's like, I don't know nothing about it, but I would love to do it. So I will be introducing you to her here probably soon. And she just has a very awesome, bubbly personality. So I'm hoping she does very well with that. I volunteered to mentor her because she just, like I said, she is just one of them happy, outgoing people in the world that needs to shine. And no, there's no interest there whatsoever. So don't think about nothing like that. I have daughters older than she is, but like I said, she just has a very happy, bubbly personality, and I would like to mentor her and get her going. And like I said, I will introduce you to her at some point, and hopefully, y'all like some of the stuff she puts out. Now, she doesn't really know what she's going to be putting out or what she's going to do yet, but I think she will succeed at it if she just has the right following or right pushing or guidance in there, So I think that would work out pretty good for her. and I'm hoping that that she does well with it. So let's take a walk outside here real quick, y'all, and see how hot it is. I got to get me a cold drink out of the freezer here, and let's take a step outside. Oh yeah, it's still way more hot out here. I guess the breeze stopped already. You get out, as long as you're in the shade, it's not horrible, but oh man, it's like you're walking along, you just hit this hot spot and this wall of heat, and then you find this little breeze spot, and then you're like, hey, okay, oh, all right, stop right there, don't move. Man, so yeah, I'm cooking, y'all. Cooking. But the Gemstead is looking better, slowly but surely. We're getting there. And now if I can just get the shop going, I think everything will be a lot sweeter. And I'll just keep working at it, y'all. You know, been here a year, so we'll just keep pushing away. Now, Tracy did bring me up an old pool pump. So that's what I'm going to be putting in the J pond out here. And I've got a barrel out here for a filter system. So I'm going to be rigging that up here real soon. And I found this little cool tool that I can make that all work with some, this tubing from this old pump. So I'm looking forward to trying to get that to go. So that way it ain't just a sludge pond sitting out there. Because right now it's getting down pretty low. And then I've got to get over there and work on Bertha. And man, like I said, it's just bloody hot, y'all. So anyway, I think I'm gonna call this a short for today. And I love y'all and thank y'all very much for your patience on not going live. And I really do appreciate that. But like I said, it was just, I got home late and it was just a little too hot. I had like 13 minutes to be ready and I was just like, no, I can't do it. So anyway, I will be going live next week, so yes, I will be here for y'all, all right? And I appreciate it very much. So thank y'all for the love and support and having my back through this. And I will see y'all soon, okay? So don't forget, like and subscribe, tell all your friends, come see Junktojems, because you never know what kind of junk we're going to turn into a gem, all right? See y'all soon.